Hello again, Facebook community. This is Dr. Arbeitman, and I'm coming to you today to answer the age-old question, hey doc, should I put ice on it or heat on it? I don't think there's been a day in my practice for the past 14 years that I haven't heard that question. So which is it? Is it ice or is it heat? Well, ice just numbs it up and makes it feel so good. It's gotta be ice. Or, no, heat just feels so good. I love getting in the jacuzzi or the shower. So which is it, Dr. Arbeitman? Drum roll, please. The answer is heat. We never, ever want to put ice on a sore back or sore neck. But doc, what about like when you sprain your ankle and they always say, put ice on, it's good for inflammation. You know, the medical doctor who coined that term RICE, rest, ice, compress, elevate, he came out in his second edition of his book and he said, I had it all wrong. Actually, he said I had half of it wrong. We're not supposed to rest in ice. Compression and elevation is good, but we don't want to rest in ice. Why wouldn't we want to ice an injury? Well, there's many reasons. The body, during an injury, brings in inflammation. And within that inflammation, the body's very smart. It knows what it's doing. Are certain growth hormones that help that injured tissue heal. And if you block the inflammation with ice by constricting the blood vessels, you may delay healing or even prevent healing completely. The other piece is a lot of times people with back pain, it's more of a neurological syndrome. And ice can make the nervous system very sensitive where the body, the brain actually feels like it's like getting attacked. And muscles can actually tighten and spasm. And if you have trigger points and you put ice on them, it just takes all the fibers and it brings them together. So what about heat? And not to mention, if you have a problem with your disc in your neck or your back, that ice isn't penetrating all the way down into your spine. What about heat? Why would we put heat on an injury? Isn't it already hot? Yes, but remember what I just said, the body is smart. The body knows what it's doing. And innately, we know what we like too. Most people, when they bend over and they can't get up, or they have a bad achy back at the end of the day, or a sore neck in the morning, they're not running to the ice pack. You're running to the hot shower or the heat pack. Why is that? Because when you put heat on the injury, blood vessels will dilate, blood will flow. It will bring in those healing chemicals that will come in and heal an injured tissue. It will separate the muscles, elongate the stiffness. It will increase mobility. Remember, we don't want to rest right after an injury either. We want to get things moving as much as possible. So now as you get ready for Thanksgiving and the question comes up at the dinner table, are we supposed to put ice on or heat on? The answer is heat every time. Have an awesome day.